It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Welcome to 2K Sports. I'm your host, Ernie Johnson. Kenny the Jet Smith is here, and so is the Big Diesel, Shaquille O'Neal. And coming right up, we'll see the Denver Nuggets playing against the Celtics out in Boston. Taking a look at Boston, they've been executing at a high level. A strong stretch of play for this team, winning 6 of their last 7. They're playing at a high level, no lack of confidence going into tonight's game. We'll get to see Gordon Hayward suiting up in this one. Hayward, in addition to being a great shooter, also heavily involved in the competitive video game scene as well. Big fella, you going to go pro in esports anytime soon?
Well, esports is definitely on the rise, Ernie, and Hayward is ahead of the curve, but I don't really see myself sitting there. I'm too old for that, Ernie.
Well, sitting and old kind of go together, but there's a competitive nature in which Hayward just likes to express it. This is another way he does it.
Time now for tip-off. Let's send it to Kevin Harlan with the call.
You're older than me, Kenny.
And I like to sit.
2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
.2K Sports checks in with their loyal viewers with the broadcast from Boston, the home of the Celtics. I'm Kevin Harlan, along with Greg Anthony and Brett Barry, our terrific analysts, and David Aldridge is our sideline reporter. So for the Celtics, their last game, a win against the Bulls in Chicago.
Executed on the road, stayed focused, stay consistent with who you are as a team.
Such a confidence builder to go on the road and be able to dictate the tempo, the style of play, keep your identity. They were able to do that here.
It'll be the Celtics off the tip. We've got a chance here to set the floor, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for this one. So out there for the Nuggets right now, Chandler at small forward with Millsap the 4. Murray out there with Will Barton, and it's Jokic in at the center. Now about halfway through the season, Brent, some teams looking great, but we still have a long way to go. We're talking about an 82-game schedule that is meant to put teams and players really to a full test.
Yeah, it's really something. I oftentimes find myself, Kevin, looking back after 14 years of playing at a team's schedule for an upcoming season, and I scratch my head and I go, wow, I used to do that? I mean, that's not easy to do.
It's very difficult. I agree. Over in the corner, Chandler. Over Hayward. Chandler, no good. On defense, the Nuggets. This game coming after a loss against the Pistons.
And they couldn't get stops when they needed to. The opposition just too comfortable shooting the basketball.
And it's not that you have to take chances, but you got to step up your effort and try to get disruptive. They never did that. And on the road, that's a recipe for disaster.
The Nuggets shooting their first shots from the free throw line tonight.
And as a team, really just middle of the pack in terms of their percentage from the line at about 76.
Free throw good, Murray. Brent, you don't think of the Nuggets as being a especially good outside shooting team.
Well, I think for them, Kevin, a lot of the guys who they are hoping can shoot the ball develop into more consistent shooters. Jamal Murray is talked about with the Denver Nuggets as having one of the more sweeter shooting strokes, and Gary Harris continues to work on it. So making a conscious effort to improve not just the shots and the makes, but maybe the shot selection of this young ball club.
And he can't hit the second. And the Celtics franchise with the league-leading 17 NBA championships, their last in 2008.
Yeah, and with the talent and assets they possess, they might be in the hunt for banner number 18 before you know it. One of the beasts of the East, without question.
Jokic kicks to Murray, and stolen by Kyrie Irving. So first quarter just over a minute and a half in. Hayward outside. The 17-footer goes down. Hayward's got his second bucket of the night.
Nice way to start the evening. His numbers getting calls, and for good reason.
Well, this is also one of those things where you start to think about how you're going to change your defense already. If at all possible, make someone else beat you.
Here's Irving. Wilson Chandler making his last shot. Screen by Monroe. A shot by Hayward, wide open, and it comes off the front of the rim.
I didn't see that miss coming. I mean, he's usually been money from that range.
Barton, no luck. Boston's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. Hayward can't hit.
The defense was solid there, smothering him close inside, and that's how you want to guard him.
To the inside, and it's out of bounds. The Nuggets able to retain possession here. And here we can now take a look at how the ratio was between the 3s and the 2s last season for Denver.
And the three-point shot was a huge part of their game plan. When it was falling, it made them very hard to defend. Opponents were stretched out all over the place.
Just over 2.5 minutes played here so far in the first quarter. And it's sent back by Irving. A pass to Hayward. Well placed alley-oop pass into the layup.
The pace and rhythm right now is all Kyrie Irving. Terrific job of setting up his teammates.
And Jokic slams it in.
And he just elevates and powers in the one-hander.
Textbook. Now here's Hayward. He has 6. Chandler with the steal. The dish to Murray. To the middle and stolen by Horford. It's tipped. Here's Hayward. Hayward missing again.
Yeah, even though he's been off, the team's still winning, so the hope is that he's going to get going.
And he makes that one.
Yeah, and sure, Millsap could have taken that one himself, but instead gives the teammate the open look.
Screen by Monroe. Off the screen. And it's Hayward again missing.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open.
And there it is for him.
Coaching staff high-fiving themselves there, watching that team move the ball around, doing whatever is best for the team.
Now here is Irving. 17 points for him last game against the Bulls in Chicago.
Loved his passing tonight as well. He was just cutting the defense to pieces out there.
They've been beating them to a lot of those loose balls and rebounds here to start.
Millsap gets to the rim for 2 with the D all over him. Millsap's got his first points in this one. Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively for sure.
Monroe outside. 6 on the shot clock. No good. They had a chance to end the run there.
Yeah, defense timed that out perfectly. Love the aggressiveness, and then they changed the shot's direction.
Good on the triple.
Oh, great ball movement there.
Celtics trail by 7. Irving dishes to Hayward. Over Chandler. Again, the miss by the Celtics.
And seems to be forcing just a little bit out there. He needs to play a little calmer, a little smarter, with a little bit more poise if they're going to win this one.
And stolen by Hayward. Deflects the pass and stolen by Murray. Chandler kicks to Murray. Irving with the steal. And it's sent back by Millsap.
Great block from Millsap, sending that one back.
Barton kicks to Jokic. Back to Barton. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him. Will Barton, known as the People's Champ, is a fantastic scorer on the wing. Fearless with the shots he takes, Brent, and very aggressive when he gets the ball in his hands.
Well, that's what you love most about Will Barton, is his ability to attack a defender off the wing and play with speed and reckless abandon. It's him trying to find a more complete game, and also maybe, Kevin, trying to find a little bit more control around what he does offensively.
That free throw missing.
And one of the things about Will Barton's game that to me makes him such a force is how unpredictable he can be. He plays at times almost like a man out of control, and it really does work to his advantage, as he is a difficult guy to deal with in those one-on-one situations.
So he comes up empty, missing both. And to back up the point with Barton in his chaotic play style, he knows exactly what he's about. Famously saying, Greg, I'm so creative most of the time, I don't know what I'm going to do.
And, you know, that might sound glib, but it is just how Barton plays. I mean, a fantastic competitor who just does what it takes to win. He gives you a little bit of everything out on the floor. A team's rebounding is a great measure of its energy, and theirs has been terrific here in the first quarter.
Here's Irving, nails the 16-footer. Irving's got his first 2 points of the night.
Kyrie made enough room to get the shot off there. The in-between game right now he's showing off is precise.
Well, with this break in the action, let's see which players have had the hot hand lately. Here are the top scorers in the past month. 5th on the list, Kyrie Irving.
What a performance offensively. Something has really clicked with his game over this stretch.
Marcus Smart's checked in for Boston. Gary Harris is checked in for Denver. Harris comes in for Murray. Irving for 3, and it's Denver with the rebound.
Right now he's just out of sync. A lot of shots rimming out, and he's got to try to find something different.
And the basket by Harris.
Terrific work inside from Gary Harris. Not used to saying that. Does a fantastic job of backing down the defense and putting his will on his shoulders.
Here's Irving. Gary Harris making his last shot. Horford with the screen on Harris. Irving with it, picked up by Harris, and he comes up with the deuce.
Absolutely fearless. I mean, a nice subtle adjustment there going up against Wentz.
Yeah, this is the feel of a player to use his body to keep the shot from being blocked. Excellent work there.
Hangs in midair and converts on the double clutch layup.
Great penetration by Gary Harris. The D did not step in front of him, and as a result, he gets an easy finish.
Screen by Monroe. Shot off the pick. Bounces high off the rim and drops. 6 points for Kyrie Irving.
The defender must have felt like he ran into a brick wall right there. Really great screen set to give his teammate the wide open shot.
Millsap kicks to Harris. Denver passing it around. Here's Jokic. A beautiful reverse layup. Jokic has got his third basket of the night right there.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
Smart passes to Irving. Screen by Monroe. Smart dishes to Irving. That doesn't go in either for Irving. Pass to Chandler. Inside. Here's Jokic. And he banks in the layup. And it's a 6-point Nugget lead.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Irving kicks to Hayward. Takes a three. Horford. And it's Horford with the extra effort.
And you like to see that from Horford. He never gives up on the offensive glass, which allows him to get pretty easy looks like that one at the basket.
Millsap sets the pick for Harris. Good work defensively by Monroe.
It is so tough to make those kind of shots with the defense draped all over you.
Hayward missing again. The Nuggets leading by 4. Millsap with it. He's picked up by Irving. And that one's good. Millsap.
And it's coming easy for them right now. 5 baskets in a row in the paint.
And now the first timeout called here for Boston.
Gary Harris is the type of player that a lot of people feel very confident is just going to keep getting better and better. Has a good knack for scoring the ball. Such a great off-ball cutter. Great chemistry right now with Jokic between the two of them. And as he grows older, he'll continue to build upon his offense. Potential to be a very good two-way player.
And for Harris, the way he plays, it'll probably be a few years before he hits his prime. Brent, even right now, you like how he can fill it up.
Well, he went from his first year just averaging 13 minutes to 2 straight seasons averaging over 32. So trial by fire a bit with Gary Harris, but he continues to show progression and can be a very effective two-way player. Lots of upside for this guy.
And when Marcus Morris gets a defender in a one-on-one situation, Greg, he feels the most at home.
And part of that might be from going up against his twin brother all the time when they were young. Marcus Morris has a great knack to find a shot he likes. Terrific with his mid-range.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
First one falls for him.
And the Celtics trade for Kyrie Irving sending shockwaves back in August. Never before had a pair of 25-point per game scorers swap teams in the offseason. That's what you call a blockbuster.
And Morris drops them both.
And no doubt Irving and IT, both elite offensive weapons. But Irving, 6 inches taller, perhaps more defensive upside, and 3 years younger. The Celtics feel he fits their timeline.
And it's slammed in by Fareed.
Well, as soon as Fareed gets the ball there, you know he's going to rise up for the dunk. He is constantly looking to throw it down.
Celtics trail by 6. They set the pick. Rozier the pass to Baines. To the wing on the left. Just 5 on the clock. Here's Morris. Again, the miss by the Celtics. Denver leading by 6. Harris kicks to Harris. Harris outside. Left block shot on the way. And that one goes long. The Celtics shooting in this first quarter around 38%. They're looking a bit creaky out there. Denver's gone 1 of 3 from beyond the arc so far in the game. Fareed dishes to Harris. Back to Fareed. Fires from deep. Harris missing again. And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, I was able to speak with Brad Stevens for just a minute. This is the first meeting of the season between these teams, and he stressed to his guys the need to rely on their instincts at the offensive end. He said, we do a good job of finding soft spots in defenses without forcing things. If we keep doing that, we'll be in good shape. We'll see if they can keep that up tonight, Kevin. Back to you.
Thanks, David. And guys, how will they go about getting their shooting percentage where coach wants it to be?
Well, what you always see is that a high assist rate leads to a good field goal percentage. So that's essential for unselfish play.
Now, you nailed it, GA. If you don't get good passing out there, you're not going to get great shooting. So that will be a huge determining factor in this one.
Here's Tatum following the basket by Mason Plumlee.
And Tatum already showing some efficiency from beyond. Fantastic at getting the position he wants for the shot.
About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks.
Whoa! Saw that.
In this first period, they've been aggressive and extremely focused.
I don't think you ever expect to carve out such a big lead early on in a game like this, but let's see if they can maintain momentum.
Smart passes to Tatum. Morris right side. Kenneth Faried grabs the board. And so it's Denver with a 10-point lead. Some breathing room heading into the break. Their lead is where it is because they've gotten good shots. A lot of good shots. We've got more NBA basketball coming your way in just a minute. We caught up with Kyrie Irving earlier, and he talked a little bit about expectations for himself and his teammates.
We expect so much out of each other every single night, and the team is going to go as hard as we go, as well as the other pieces that we have on the team, but we have to control it from a standpoint that we have to play off each other.
Kyrie reminding us that it's not just the expectations of the fans and the media, but also, perhaps the most demanding of all, are the expectations they've got for each other.
Oh yeah. They're constantly trying to manage expectations while still demanding the best from one another. And I got to tell you, it's fun to watch.
Well, not exactly a close game so far, but as the second quarter starts here, plenty of time for a comeback. And from what we've been watching, guys, with the Nuggets, what are you seeing out there?
The chemistry through the roof, and it's allowed them to build this huge lead after one.
All parts are working together, even the guys who have not put the points on the board making their subtle contributions.
Tatum out there with Morris. Then it's Aaron Baines. Then there's Smart, and it's Rozier in at the 1. That's the 5 to begin the second quarter for the Celtics.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
Now Harris, after Marcus Smart missing on that last three-pointer. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Nuggets will retain possession. And we're about a minute into the second quarter of play. Screen by Faried. And he gets it to go as they call the foul. He's on his way to the line for one more.
And I need to see some more assertiveness out of these defenders.
The Nuggets shooting their 5th attempt at the line in the game.
Tremendous balance with this Nugget basketball team, especially on the offensive end. You can have a lot of players in their rotation carrying the scoring load and a lot of different playmakers that are out there on their roster.
Here's Rozier. He's had some playing time, but no scoring yet from him. Smart kicks to Morris. Just 5 to shoot. Again, the miss by Morris.
Man, that's a clean shot, too. You got to sink those. He must be disappointed that he blew that chance.
On the wing, Harris, guarded by Smart. Harris dishes to Faried. Now, here is Hernan Gomez, guarded closely. Brent, as you said, the Nuggets have a balanced roster, and from that, a balanced scoring attack.
Well, a lot of the guys on this Nuggets roster can score some points, so having players at every position who can get you a bucket. That can lead to some great offensive success.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
He gets it in there. Harris has got 6 points.
Oh, man, gotta love that pass there. Couldn't ask for a better one.
Here's Rozier. Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
Tatum kicks to Baines. There's a screen. And here's Morris for 3. Again, the miss by the Celtics.
Yeah, another missed opportunity, and you can just see the frustration.
Yeah, when your shot's in the fridge like this, it's easy to lose your confidence, and that's why some of the most prolific scorers, they have short-term memories.
Now Fareed, following the miss by Marcus Morris from deep. The offensive rebound, Fareed. Good work defensively by Morris. Celtics trail by 17. Here's Rozier. He's been patient so far, nothing yet on the scoreboard. Smart kicks to Morris to halt the run. Boston with a new 24. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here. And here's a look now at the shot chart showing the field goals attempted locations for Hayward.
And plain and simple, they just don't have the three-point shot tonight. They'll need to keep taking them to keep the defense honest, but they can't expect it to be a major source of points the way they have been clanking it off the iron so far. Just a bad time to go cold from deep as a team.
2 shots.
And that one falls for Tatum. Watching Jason Tatum, it's hard to find many faults in his game, Greg. He's strong inside and out and plays both ends of the floor equally well.
Yeah, kind of a jack of all trades, right, and master of none. He does everything reasonably well on the basketball floor, just doesn't do anything great. Having said that, though, Tatum is one of those guys that I think improves the overall IQ of your team, and terrific size at his position. And it's about the versatility that Tatum offers, particularly offensively. He can guard and play multiple positions on the floor.
Now here's Barton. 11 points for him in that last game against the Pistons in Detroit.
Ball movement was critical in this game. It did not stick with any one player, so his passing was on point, and he really picked apart the defense.
Now a timeout called by Boston and going against Denver, their first meeting of the season.
And this is a matchup that can frustrate them as they came up empty in their 2 games against them last year.
And Brent, when some guys slam it home, they treat it like a normal play. Who are some of the guys that use the dunk as a tactic to fire up their teammates?
Well, I think we have some guys who are really spectacular when they finish, Kevin. Certainly anytime Blake Griffin gets to the rim, or DeAndre Jordan, where seemingly his head's up in there and slams it down, it fires up the crowd. But most of the time, it's the little guys that get you going the most. On the fast break, all of a sudden the ball gets to somebody on the wing, and to watch a little guy get up in the air with somebody underneath him and throw it down, that gets everybody off the bench and fired up.
So unexpected, Brent. That's a great point. Here's Barton, following the basket by Marcus Morris. And Plumlee kicks to Murray. Pass to Hernan Gomez. Plumlee with the screen.
Oh, fellas, that was vicious 2-hand monster slam.
Guys, I don't think there was anyone who could have stopped him on that one. Celtics trail by 17. Rozier the pass to Morris. The feed now to Baines. 6 to shoot. Here's Tatum. Goes back up. He takes it up and lays it in.
Now that's how you pick up second chance points. Stay active and be ready as soon as the shot goes up.
Plumlee with the screen. Throws it up high. Oh, and they get in the way of the alley-oop. Not to be. Good play defensively. And it's Kenneth Fareed with the foul. That's his first foul. So Boston going with almost an entire new group here. Greg Monroe, he's checked in for Aaron Baines. Horford comes in for Morris. Gordon Hayward's checked in for Tatum. And it's Kyrie Irving in for Terry Rozier. And then for Denver, Jokic has checked in for Plumlee. Millsap comes in for Fareed, and Wilson Chandler's subbed in for Juan Hernangomez. The Nuggets leading by 15. Jokic kicks to Murray. Stolen by Monroe. It's 3-on-3 on the fast break. And we've got an update here, so let's catch up with David Aldridge.
Kevin, Celtics coach Brad Stevens is known for getting the best out of his players. He said every NBA player has an elite strength. Some of them have 10 of them. And those guys are the very best in the league, right? But every one of them is here for a reason. And there are times when you can really soar with that skill. Kevin?
And that's why Stevens is already one of the best coaches in the league, David. You've talked about him for a long time, getting maximum results from every one of his players. No good on the free throw.
Well, a great battle last year as the season finished off between the Nuggets and Blazers to make the playoffs. Denver did not. So they made some trades, tried to make a push. This year they've got to make some improvements and maybe find themselves in one of those top 8 slots to play in the postseason.
And the second free throw, good. And Brent, for the Nuggets, you get the feeling of excitement for this franchise.
Well, you feel like this team's not just going to make the playoffs once, but could have a very effective long run in the Western Conference, and they're going to be playing a style that a lot of their fans and certainly fans around the league are going to appreciate. Off-ball movement and passing. You know, there's a team in Golden State that seemed to do that with great effectiveness.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Picked by Horford. Irving from long range. Buries the long range jumper. Irving's got 9.
You cannot give Kyrie that kind of daylight from behind the three-point line. Gets that shot off so fast you can't defend it.
Get open, get open.
Picked by Horford. Irving dishes to Horford. Jokic with the steal.
Well, a little head scratcher there, guys. There's no reason to force the ball inside like that. I understand the thought process, but the pass just has to be better.
Celtics trail by 13. Here's Irving. They get the rebound. Brown, good. Brown's got his second basket of the night.
Credit the D for being right on Brown. Ultimately, though, he's just too crafty and too confident down near the hoop.
Murray, good.
And some guys just have a nose for scoring, and this one couldn't have been any easier.
Well, on the defensive end, this is a joke. The lack of awareness is exactly why this team is so far behind.
Now a timeout called by Boston.
Amazing to think about where Paul Millsap's game has come throughout the course of his career. I remember that first season for him in Utah, just shooting 3 3-pointers. Now he's to the point where he's averaging close to about 250 throws from the three-point line. So his skill at that forward spot on full display in today's NBA.
Let's take a moment to see the squads that have been the most dominant on the glass this season. The Nuggets, number 1.
They are tenacious when it comes to attacking the backboard. Physical, smart, and determined. No surprise to see them at the top of the ranking.
And here are the Nuggets now, following the three-pointer by Kyrie Irving. And Chandler throws it down.
Really good job from Barton there to swing the ball over for the easy shot. Good vision on that play.
Here's Irving. 12 points for him. He feeds it to Brown. Horford with a screen on Barton. With some arc, and it's sent back by Jokic.
And physically, there's no doubt they've been the stronger team. A +10 rebound advantage tells you all you need to know.
In the corner, Murray with it. That's in, coming off the assist from Jokic. And it's 6 points for Jamal Murray.
And good passing, setting up a lot of these buckets right now, Kevin. That's been the key. And when you let Brown get close to the hoop, you face the consequences. Just a tremendous athlete with unreal dunking ability.
Right side, Millsap. Chandler, the pass to Millsap. Again, Millsap missing.
Well, shots like that drive coaches batty. I'll be shocked if he attempts that shot again.
Irving with the ball. Great numbers on a nightly basis as he averages over 24 points a game. And so he draws the foul on the shot, a trip to the line to shoot 2. It's going to be on Jamal Murray.
One of the most impressive aspects of Kyrie Irving's game is that ability he has to finish around the rim. So much attention last year around the finals with that kind of creativity that he was putting on full display against the Golden State Warriors. You look at his percentages within 3 feet of the rim, and that's fantastic stuff from a point guard.
And he knocks down the first one. And Kyrie's such a gifted finisher. Reverses, up and unders.
Well, Kyrie is so good, Kevin, I think he might be able to finish your sentences. And he just uses great English off the glass. He's so good with his right hand and as deft with the left hand. And then in between, floaters, runners. Just an all-around scorer that can get it done.
Both free throws good from Kyrie Irving.
And with all the talk about Kyrie coming to Boston, you still have to figure how he'll fit in to the team. Has this year and next left on his contract, player option after that. But with his scoring and shooting, should make this offense even more potent.
And here is Irving. Wilson Chandler getting his 3 to go. Irving attacking, and he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2.
And when you put a player of Kyrie's ability into this Boston system, you have to expect good things. Irving does so much for himself and others. The longer he plays with the team, I think the more comfortable he'll become.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
Free throw, good, Irving. So, Brent, certain players are known for getting into people's heads. Who is a guy you played against that really challenged your mental toughness?
I'll give you 2 examples, Kevin. As an opponent, I would tell you that Vernon Maxwell was one of the less cerebral and more in-your-face aggressive players that I ever faced as an opponent. But on the flip side of that, Kevin, there were guys I played with that sometimes would challenge you mentally. In particular, one Gary Payton in Seattle. Always interesting to see how he approached the game, and sometimes even his own teammates.
But you always welcome the challenge, I'm sure.
Well, I take it head on. I mean, that's what guys do. They're paid to compete. This is a guy whose mindset just never changes. Even when they're losing, he's always going to be aggressive.
Millsap a screen. Chandler kicks to Millsap. And stolen by Hayward.
And not the guy you want to send to the line. He has been automatic.
First trip to the line for him here. And the first one drops.
And Gordon Hayward has increased his scoring average every season he's been in the league. And couple that last year also a career high in offensive efficiency. The guy is just a budding superstar.
Now here's Murray. 6 points for him. On the wing, Chandler. Back to Murray. Shot clock at 5 from 11 feet away. He scores with that shot. Now he's 3 of 8.
No, right now he is locked in. He's getting great shots, and he's burning the D in a variety of ways.
1:58 left to play here in the second quarter. Got freed up. Nice work off the pick. Irving's got 20.
Great quarter for him at the offensive end, trying to will his team back in the game.
Millsap left side. Over Horford. And that one hits back iron.
This is when you're just surprised that a guy would miss that kind of look. The defense really did not do a lot there.
And it's sent back by Millsap. Hayward against Chandler. In the corner, Murray with it. From the arc. Horford with the rebound. Horford's got 3 rebounds so far in the game. Hayward with the ball. Now Chandler defending. Hayward dishes to Irving. Tries it from 19. Monroe the pass to Hayward. There's a minute left to play here in the second quarter. They shoot again. Here's Monroe. Here's Brown. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact, and he'll shoot two.
And they're getting to the line a lot in this quarter, guys, and it hasn't been by accident.
For Boston, they have gone 9 of 10 from the line, so making the most of their chances.
Shooting two.
That free throw good from Brown.
And the vertical that Brown has is pretty impressive, as relentless a finisher as you'll find in our league.
Here's what Boston's going with right now. Aaron Baines, he's checked in for Monroe. Morris comes in for Al Horford. And Smart subbed in for Gordon Hayward. That's also good, so he hits both free throws.
And you look back to that Big Three era in Boston, you know, the Celtics have not been shy about aggressively trading to reshape this roster. You know, they've made a rapid rebuild that's really the envy of a lot of teams around our league.
The basket counts and one. They'll go to the line with a chance to make it a three-point play.
And even though they're down, I like the way they're pounding the ball inside. It's leading to a lot of points in the paint.
And as aggressive as the Celtics have been, Greg, they've also shown patience, haven't they?
Yeah, and in some ways, maybe a victim of their own success. You come out on the winning end of your trades time and again. Other GMs don't want to look bad. They get hesitant, possibly, and don't want to add their name to that list.
Celtics trail by 10.
And 2 for 1. That's what they'd like to get right now.
Working the clock is one element, but you also want to get as good a shot as you can.
Here's Baines. A three from Morris. And it's Denver with the rebound. Plumlee's got 3 rebounds so far in the game.
Man, if he's missing those kind of good looks, his team is in some serious trouble.
Here's Harris. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line.
Harris determined right there to find his way to the free throw line.
The Nuggets have missed 4 of their 8 free throws up to this point. Things not really going their way at the line yet. That's good from Harris. And Harris drops them both. 9 seconds left now here in the second. Here's Rozier. And he overshot that one, missing. And so it's the Denver Nuggets enjoying a 12-point lead as they talk things over during the break. A look at the field goal percentage numbers tells the story of what tough defense they're playing today. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thanks, guys. Here with Coach Mike Malone. How has ball movement opened up things for you offensively?
Every game we have where we get into a one-on-one game, over dribbling, not passing, we become very easy to guard. The good thing about tonight is the ball is moving. We're trying to make plays for each other. When we move the ball, we get high percentage shots, which is all we can ask for.
Thanks very much for your time, Coach. Back to you, Kevin.
Thanks for the great interview, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of basketball following halftime.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
We so hope you enjoyed our first half. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith. This is the halftime report. After 2 quarters, it's Denver out in front. They are leading by 12. And big fella, let's get your thoughts on the Nuggets.
I don't think anyone expected to see such numbers from the bench. You know, I'm impressed. It was what they needed, the jolt they needed, Ernie. Wow, I never knew their bench. Matter of fact, I don't even know any of their players coming off the bench. Man, keep going, bench guys.
And over to Kenny. What did you think about Boston?
Well, obviously, they didn't show up on the glass at all. They were getting outworked, out-hustled, and outplayed. And their competition showed just the opposite. They wanted it more. You can't give up a ton of extra possessions in a game like this and expect to win.
And that is just about going to wrap it up as the second half is moments away. Down to Kevin Harlan and the rest of the crew.
Well, we're getting back to the action now. It's been a one-team show so far. We'll see if that changes here in the third. You look at Kyrie Irving in this game, he has been everywhere.
Yeah, great job from him in that first half of drawing fouls and getting to the line.
Well, that is a great equalizer here. You want him to play that physical, but how do you do that without creating too much contact?
And as we welcome you back, we begin our second half. So far, not a tightly contested game, guys, but, you know, anything can happen. The Nuggets leading by 12. Second half underway. Here's who Mike Malone's got on the floor. Down low, it's Millsap and Jokic. Will Barton is out there with Murray. And it's Chandler in at the 3, the small forward. Now, here's Jokic. That shot is off, coming up empty for the second time this game. 4 for 6. Irving from long range. Denver grabs the miss. Jokic has got rebound number 17, if you can believe that. Chandler, no good.
And forcing the miss there, he just knows how to pressure you defensively.
You hear a lot about rim protection. This is a good example of how valuable it can be.
Now, here is Irving. Shot clock at 6. Back to Horford. Shot off the screen. Hits the front of the rim and out.
Well executed. Great rhythm. You've got to finish that one.
Well, it's like Thanksgiving out there, carving out space off the screen. Just couldn't complete the play. They looked frustrated. 0 for 3. Not how you want to start the third quarter.
Yeah, bad shot there. Trust is lacking. You got to be willing to make the extra pass.
Yep, just too anxious to try and make something happen out there. This is about the team, not about you.
Jokic, no good.
Yeah, maybe the halftime cut into some of that rhythm they had in the first half. So far, 0 for 4 to start the second half.
Jacks up a 3. No good from Irving. The Nuggets leading by 12. Barton kicks to Millsap. It's Barton with the drive, and the bucket counts. 3-point chance here.
And Will Barton looks comfortable there down on the inside with the shot. You watch Jokic out there and you just marvel at the combination of his size and his soft hands and his ability to see the court. Very strong on offense from all spots on the floor, stretches you out, makes the mid-range jumper from time to time. But he's always moving to open space, and guys just seem to get energized when he has the ball because he's going to get it to him.
With Jokic, he seems to be the whole package in the offensive end. Brent, great footwork for his age, but the one area that needs to come along is his defense, many feel.
Well, Kevin, maybe defense and conditioning, but on offense he has every tool that you'd want from a center. Actually, every tool you might want from a point guard. And that's how good he sees the floor, and incredible to think of what the offense did and how it transitioned behind what Jokic is capable of doing on that end.
And here's Barton after Gordon Hayward hitting the 3. Here's Jokic. No good that time. Good work defensively by Horford. Celtics trail by 12. Here's Brown. From down in the low post, it goes. Brown's got 11.
You can't be frustrated at him tonight. He's doing his job. I'd like to see his guys step up a little more.
Jokic sets the screen for Barton. Dishes to Millsap over Horford, and it's sent back by Horford.
Al Horford positioning himself perfectly and swats that shot away.
And it's sent back by Jokic. Monroe good on the shot, and that shaves the lead to single digits.
And this is what happens when you fail to block out.
Defensive rebounding just as important as causing the miss in the first place.
Now here's Barton. He's got 5. And there's the pass to Jokic. Right through the D for the layup. 11 points in the game.
He's been on his A game, seeking good shots, and he's a huge reason why tonight they're winning.
Time called here. The Celtics decide to talk it over. Hey, Brent, we know there's a lot of jaw and a lot of communication out there on the floor. And when you were playing, who was the best trash talker you ever went up against?
Well, I played with the notorious one in Seattle by the name of Gary Payton. A lot of people put him pretty high up on their list. I also remember one Bonzi Wells at his time when he was with the Portland Trailblazers and Sacramento Kings, being a bit lippy. And then occasionally there would be a John Barry talking to me, but
really,
I never listened to him growing up, Kevin, so why would I listen to him on the court?
Good way to approach it.
They needed a run desperately, and boy, did they come up big.
I just think it was a matter of getting recomposed, altering their game plan just a little bit. They look completely in sync now.
He got right to the cup using that screen. 10 points for Jamal Murray.
Murray, not much fear there as he gets amongst the trees, looking in control down low.
Hayward against Chandler. Hayward dishes to Horford. The basket good off the assist from Hayward. Horford's got his second bucket of the night.
And you can sense things now starting to tighten up. Their offense has become unstoppable.
Right, big scoring run fueled by great game planning and really some great shot making.
Barton, no luck.
The defensive reaction time, it was just immediate on that one.
You know, sometimes the most important part of that is the angle that the defender chooses. That time he chose wisely.
Now Murray. After Gordon Hayward's three-pointer, they didn't go. Here's the teardrop. And stolen by Horford. And now it's Brown running. He can go all the way.
Oh! Yikes! Look out below! That finish. Whew. And what amazing athleticism from Brown, putting on a show out there with slams like that.
That was a great angle we just saw, courtesy of Under Armour. Another unleash chaos moment. Now here's Chandler. He's got 14. Millsap passes to Murray. The Nuggets need to get a shot off here. Three-pointer. Barton gets it to go from beyond the arc. Barton's got his third bucket of the night.
And that's some nice rotation on the ball there from Barton. Looks totally calm rising up for threes.
Horford has a wide open look. And right away they match it with a three-pointer of their own.
Oh, a little punch, counter punch action. Neither side flinching here.
Yeah, both sides trying to keep up with one another, but doing it from distance.
Now here's Murray. 10 points for him. Millsap kicks to Barton. Pass to Jokic. Millsap a screen. Off the pick. And Jokic slams it in.
Millsap setting a perfect screen right there for the score.
Celtics trail by 7. Now Hayward. 16 points for him. And a wide open look for Irving. Off the mark there with the three-point shot.
And they continue to control the glass.
For three, Murray. They get it back. Millsap. Three-pointer. Barton. The shot, no good. Austin's gone 3 of 7 from three-point range here in quarter number 3. And that one's good, Irving.
Yeah, they're relying on their three-point shooting and getting pretty good results.
Timeout is called. First of the game for the Nuggets.
And you look at this Celtics roster, a bevy of long, athletic wing players. They seem to be taking a cue from teams like the Warriors, who have found success with defensive switching and positionless basketball. And the Celtics, as you see, are stockpiling wing forwards. Brown, Tatum, Hayward, and we're seeing those guys lining up at the 2, 3, and 4. It gives Brad Stevens tremendous roster versatility.
And a whole new group out on the floor for the Celtics. Here's Plumlee, and it's slammed in by Plumlee.
And working on that upper body strength, Plumlee has a great build and is converting through contact.
Celtics trail by 6. Smart kicks to Baines. Back to Smart. Feeds it to Tatum. Baines inside. He's guarded by Plumlee. Plumlee with some nice D. And Harris wide open. He shoots. Buries the long-range jumper. And now a 9-point Denver lead.
Yeah, how about the percentage they're shooting from beyond the arc here in the second half?
Smart passes to Rozier. Back to Smart. The alley-oop layup. Very well done.
Yeah, nice silky finish on the alley-oop from the stupendous feed.
That sequence couldn't have been executed any better. Now here is Harris. He's got 6. Plumlee with the screen. Harris dishes to Plumlee. Back to Harris. Now here's Fareed. Plumlee with the screen. And out of bounds as the Celtics gain possession. Let's take a brief moment to look at the 2K leaderboard with the list of the league's feistiest defensive teams. Third spot, the Celtics.
You can't get careless with the basketball against this group. I mean, they'll pick your pocket, and no surprise to see them in the upper echelon as far as steals.
And here is Tatum. He gives the team some steady offense, a bit under 10 points a game. Misses from short range.
And this has been an outstanding display on the boards, and it's a big part of why they have a lead in this game, doing the dirty work down low.
He dishes it to Smart. Over Harris. Smart misses. Denver leading by 7. Harris kicks to Hernangomez. It's stolen by Morris. And now with the fast break, Smart with the ball. Oh!
And the offense has just operated really smoothly here in the open floor.
They've done very, very well in transition. The problems have come in other areas, which is why they're trailing.
Harris kicks to Plumlee. The dish to Fareed. Just 4 to shoot. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact, and he'll shoot 2.
And Kenneth Fareed, the manimal, once a force at the power forward position, but now seems to be more comfortable coming in as a role player, giving his energy to the basketball game. And see his production decline steadily since his 3rd year in the league, but still a positive for a team, just in lesser doses with a lesser role.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And the first one at the line is good. For Fareed, there's the possibility that the style he played is something that the league moved away from. Brent, there isn't a high demand for undersized power forwards who can't shoot.
Well, the idea is that Fareed might not just be bulky enough to do what it is that a lot of teams have in terms of a guy setting screens and then around the rim to carve out space. The manimal really doesn't do that, and if he works on his shooting range and shows that he's a threat, Kevin, that's going to help out his chances.
Now here's Smart. Over to the left wing. Rozier. And it's off target. Not sure why he took that one. The Nuggets leading by 7. Harris outside. In the corner, it's Harris. And Baines pulls it down. Baines has got his 3rd rebound on the night. Here's Tatum. That one goes. Count it. Tatum's got 6.
And how about the mindset of Tatum? Even when the D is in his grill, he somehow finds a way to get shots up and over them.
Now here's Fareed. He's got 8. 1:49 left in the third quarter, and the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Plumlee.
Poor decision making there. No idea what he's going for with that kind of pass in that situation.
Celtics trail by 5. Morris a screen. Kicks it to Smart. Pass to Rozier. The feed to Tatum. Wants to get it to Smart and does. Lays it up and banks it in. Smart's got his 3rd basket of the night right there.
Those defenders just look a little bit gassed. I mean, they're getting pushed around on that low block.
Some nice ball movement by the Nuggets. And it's Kenneth Fareed with the foul. That'll be his 2nd foul of the game. Boston's gone downtown a lot since halftime. They've missed 5 of their 9 attempts out there. Rozier kicks to Morris. There's the pick. Terrific design on the pick play, and he lays it in. Now just a 1-point Nugget lead.
Yeah, crafty inside. Morris has become proficient at using his body to create just the right amount of space for that shot.
And again, Denver no good. If they time it right, they can end this quarter with a 2-for-1.
And that's how you want to end the quarters.
Denver's gone 2 of 5 with the 3-point shot since coming out of the break. Harris, right side. He kicks to Fareed. Ripped away. And they're moving it up. Just 2 seconds between shot clock and game clock. Morris, no good. Denver shooting 35% or so in the third quarter. Whatever they're trying is not working. Fareed the pass to Harris. Plumlee with the screen. And there's the defensive 3-second call. First trip to the free throw line for him tonight.
Not the best statistic for him in terms of his performance at the line. Very low numbers.
And the technical free throw is good.
Well, a former 5-star recruit, won a championship in college. Plumlee still finding his way a little bit here in the pros.
Here's Fareed. Here's Harris. And that's not going to go. It's still anybody's game as we've reached the end of 3. Nuggets lead by 2. And fourth quarter basketball will be coming your way on 2K Sports right after this. Now let's listen into the huddle of Brad Stevens.
Okay, hey, bottom line is, good things are going to happen, bad things are happening. How you respond is the biggest key. Let's go.
And Brad Stevens moments ago focusing on what they can do now rather than worrying about what's already happened.
Yeah, and this is all you can do. Put all of your energy into this moment. The past, the future, they don't matter.
All right, we welcome you back to what's been a hard-fought battle. Fourth quarter should be good. Rozier's out there with Smart. Then it's Marcus Morris. Then it's Aaron Baines. And it's Tatum in at the 3 spot. That's who's in the game for the Celtics. Hernan Gomez kicks to Harris. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot.
We're still waiting for that first miss from the line this half.
Gentlemen, 2 shots. Roof shots.
And he can't get the first one.
In the history of the Nuggets, they've had some great stars, guys like Dan Issel, Alex English, and certainly Carmelo Anthony during his time in Denver. But Jokic looks to be that guy for this generation.
And this Nuggets team clearly sees that their future is going to be built around Jokic.
What an incredible season last year. I don't think people realize just how special the offensive season that Jokic had for Denver was last year. I mean, he's right up there in the top 5 in terms of his offensive production. They'll need to add some defenders around them, but they have certainly shifted the offense around the incredibly talented passing big man in Jokic.
Denver in the lead. Harris outside. Pass to Harris. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. Marcus Morris picks one up there.
Shooting 2.
That's good from Harris.
Yeah, and their free throw shooting has really improved here in the second half.
And a new group in for the Celtics. Monroe's checked in for Aaron Baines. Horford comes in for Marcus Morris. Gordon Hayward's checked in for Tatum. And Kyrie Irving subbed in for Rozier. And then for Denver, Jokic has checked in for Plumlee. Chandler comes in for Hernan Gomez. And Murray subbed in for Devin Harris. A little over a minute of the fourth quarter gone right now. Screen by Monroe. Dishes to Irving. Not enough on that one as it misses.
And defensively, moving his feet there, staying right on top of the shooter.
Some defenses are okay with giving up the mid-range shot. In this case, they contest it.
For the 3, Chandler. Al Horford with the rebound. Celtics trail by 3. Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum. And I really thought he was going to send that shot the other way, but at least he forces the miss.
Well, just good timing on his part. Anytime the shooter has to adjust, the defense wins.
You can't hit that time. And it's Denver the other way. 17 points was their biggest margin. Following this one, they get to host the Pelicans. That game will be a quick pit stop before hitting the road again.
And as this game progresses, Kevin, I'm getting the feeling that Harris could be a good option.
Irving dishes to Hayward. To the wing on the left. Clock at 6. And the pass to Horford from deep. Rebound by Murray. The Nuggets leading by 5. Lets it go from 14. Another shot for Reed, and he gets contact and the whistle on the shot. 2 shots coming up. And Boston called for the foul.
And the persistence shown by Fareed on every possession gets infectious.
Gentlemen, 2 shots. Roof shots.
That free throw, no good. Brown is checked in for Marcus Smart. And Denver also making a switch. Martin's checked in for Harris. And he can't hit the second. Celtics trail by 5. All going up court. Here's Irving. And the layup falls. Irving's got 25 points.
That's a precise bucket from Kyrie on the inside, finding some daylight, and scores on the inside.
There's a screen. Jokic with the screen on Irving. Murray the pass to Barton. And stolen by Hayward. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact, and he'll shoot 2.
Putting defenders in tough spots is a trait of Hayward's game. I mean, he gets his man on the back foot and forces him to either foul or give up the easy one. And there had been a will he or won't he feeling with Gordon Hayward's free agency. Tough choice, I got to believe, for him to leave Utah, but you can see why he wanted to join forces here with the Celtics.
The first free throw is good. And Boston was the heavy favorite to sign Gordon Hayward, and ultimately the opportunity was just too hard to pass up.
And he's reunited with his college coach, Brad Stevens. This team has a great path to make a deep playoff run, and this just adds another star to a very balanced roster.
Hayward hits them both. For Denver, they've gone 1 of 4 since the end of the third quarter. Barton kicks to Jokic. Inside, here's Millsap. That's in, coming off the assist from Jokic. Jokic has got 3 assists in the game. Outside Irving. He feeds it to Horford. Hayward from outside. Boston again missing.
It's almost like he's trying to make things hard on himself. You know, he's just got to slow the game down, try to get some easy ones.
Chandler, the pass to Jokic. Good on the shot. And the Nuggets lead by 5.
They're doing a really good job of getting the ball inside and attacking the paint. That's an area they have completely dominated.
Boston's gotten off to an 0 for 2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter. Hayward against Chandler. Baseline J on the way, and he gets the jumper to drop. And that's now 20 points for Gordon Hayward.
Well, you see the excellent skill set, and this is when you want to make an impact.
I feel like there's an uptick in the intensity as well. Fourth quarter, and it's closing time.
Now here's Murray. Millsap has the open look. Again, Millsap missing.
I'm shocked that didn't turn into 3 points. I mean, he makes you pay on those nearly every time.
Irving for 3. And it's Denver with the rebound.
And maybe, you know, he thinks he can shoot himself out of the cold spell, but I don't think that's the case. Maybe somebody want to tell him to ease up off the threes. And how about the grit and determination in the post? I mean, essential qualities to have late in a close game.
Now, here is Irving. Horford sets a screen for Irving. Again, the Celtics good for 2.
It doesn't happen often because Kyrie plays in isolation so much, but that time he used the screen well to create space.
Barton kicks to Jokic. Passes it to Chandler. Back to Jokic. Feeds it to Murray. Shot clock at 6. And it's sent back by Horford. Here's Irving. It's deflected, and they're able to recover. Out to Monroe. Open shot, Horford. Denver grabs the miss. Millsap's got rebound number 7 for him tonight. Barton dishes to Murray. On the wing, Chandler. Defended by Hayward. Here's the screen. Jokic. Here's Millsap. Another shot. That one doesn't go. Good work defensively by Horford.
And they still need to step up just a little bit. They have the lead, but he needs to find himself out there.
On its way from Irving for 2. Jokic grabs the miss.
And that's really a function of the offense not working as it should.
Yeah, maybe lazy play calling or just going through the motions on that possession. This often leads to a bad shot.
Well, he had 1 3-pointer in the first half, but so far in the second, he's come up with goose eggs.
Looking to end his cold spell, and a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here. That one on Monroe.
And a name that a lot of NBA teams were in on this past offseason was Paul Millsap. His ability to shoot from outside and play in the post was wanted all over the league, and the Nuggets were the team ultimately that was able to land him.
The first one falls. And for the Nuggets, Millsap, Greg, seems to be what they want in the 4.
You know, he pairs well with Jokic and others on this team, gives them some shooting and rebounding, plus his overall versatility is what separates him. The Nuggets seem to jump out of nowhere to sign him, but when you look at things, it really does make sense.
Both free throws good for Millsap.
And Paul Millsap, a very versatile player, can shoot from anywhere, defend multiple positions. This guy just does it all.
Now here's Brown. Back to Horford. Over Millsap. And it's sent back by Millsap. And the Nuggets pushing it up now. Here's Barton. Here's Murray. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there.
Man, what a luxury if Murray can play both guard positions. A perfect blend of shrewd passing and some fearless shooting.
Now, gentlemen, 2 shots. 2 shots.
First one falls for him. So he gets them both. Celtics trail by 7. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
The shot's good from Irving. Irving's got 9 points now in just the second half.
The mindset right now is pretty strong. Superb at staying aggressive and right now stringing some plays together.
Murray, the pass to Jokic. And the rejection by Monroe.
Good defense. Monroe in great position. A positional block.
And the foul on Jamal Murray. That will get him his 4th foul of the game. Irving with it. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up and 2 shots coming up.
And Kyrie's so awesome at finding ways to get to the free throw line. Not afraid to get hit on his way up.
And he makes the first.
The skill set of this point guard in Kyrie Irving is so astounding. Clever with the ball, confident as a shooter. He basically torches any defense that's out there.
And so Irving nails both of them.
Just solid. Really one of the very best there is at the free throw line.
Now here's Murray. He's covered by Irving. And here's Chandler from the arc. It's good from long range.
Yeah, you would think a coach might have talked to his defense about making the adjustment on him, but right now he's just lighting him up.
Hayward kicks to Irving. A 3-ball. The basket good off the assist from Hayward. Hayward's got 3 assists tonight.
Well, the rest of the team has looked pretty bad tonight, but he's done a fantastic job of scoring the ball and carrying the load on offense.
Now here's Barton. Pass to Jokic. Battles through traffic and lays it in. Jokic has got 4 points in the quarter.
Growing confidence for Jokic around the rim. Feels like no defender can stop him in the paint.
Picked by Horford. Irving up top. He's covered by Murray. Count the basket. And that's 36 points for Kyrie Irving.
Yeah, this team would be in some bad shape, guys, if he wasn't scoring like this right now.
Denver leading by 3. Here's Barton. Pass to Jokic. Barton against Brown. Barton drives in and stolen by Irving. And that's out of bounds. Boston will retain possession. Boston making a switch here. Smart's checked in. On the wing, Irving. He's covered by Murray. Monroe dishes to Smart. Nice ball movement by Boston. They get it again. Shot is good, and the Nugget lead is cut down to 1 on the bucket from Monroe.
Well, Monroe does a good job right there being aware and gets to a spot on the floor where he's effective.
Now here's Murray. He's guarded closely. Barton kicks to Jokic. He dishes it to Murray. No good from outside. Boston's gotten just 1 of 4 3-pointers to go down for them here in the 4th. Smart misses. Denver shooting 47% from the floor, getting it done. Murray, the pass to Barton. Can't hit that one. Hayward with some nice D. Irving from long range. And the Celtics hit again from deep.
Appreciate the mentality of Kyrie at this point, embracing the moment. He'll take the big shot.
The Nuggets shooting only 35% in the 4th quarter. The offense looking a little rickety. Now here's Murray. And so it's going to be a 3-second violation out there on the defense.
What's up?
And the technical free throw is good.
And in a tight game like this, a technical can be a killer. And he made sure he took advantage of the opportunity there at the line.
Time called here. The Nuggets decide to talk it over. They're down by 1. We've got 1:28 left in the 4th quarter. And now we've got a moment for our Jordan Player of the Game, Kyrie Irving.
Yeah, and his performance has been a jaw-dropper. It must have been feeling great coming into the building tonight, because once he hit the court, it was all working for him. He was in a zone.
And on our sideline, our reporter, David Aldridge.
Thanks, Kevin. Well, Mike Malone had some words for his team during the break. With this game in the balance, he really came after his guys. He said, this is our time. Right now, be in the moment with each other. Do your job, and I promise you we'll win this game. Back to you.
Second shot opportunity, Monroe. Smart kicks to Irving, over Murray. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line.
Yeah, when your point guard is Kyrie Irving and he decides to mix it up on the inside, that helps out your ball club.
First free throw is good, and that ties the game up. And so he's good on both free throws, and that gives them the lead.
He really relished these moments, and he loves those pressure situations.
Barton outside. Murray, the pass to Jokic.
Yes! Oh, that is the play of the game.
Nothing more rewarding than hitting the big shot for your team.
Time called here. The Celtics decide to talk it over. They trail by 1. There's 53 seconds left in the fourth quarter. A 3 off the inbound. That one, no good. And Denver the other way now. 17 points was their biggest margin. Goes back up, and a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here.
The interesting thing about Jokic and his incredible talent is how much the offense changed around him. I mean, coaching staffs are looking at him now as a pivotal point to the offense to make plays and also score.
And he hits both free throws here. So now it's a 3-point game. The game has come down to this.
Huge possession.
Monroe with a screen on Barton. Smart with the ball. Now guarded by Barton. Smart kicks to Hayward. And so it looks like the Celtics will retain possession here. Time called here. The Celtics decide to talk it over. They're trailing by 3. There's 25 seconds left in the game. There's 25 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Good! A tremendous 3 to tie it up.
And you can see the play calling this half. Another one from distance.
No question. It looks like they've rented out room along the perimeter in this ball game, and they're likely to keep doing this until the defense makes an adjustment.
Chandler is screen. Here's Barton. Oh, no good. And regulation now complete. We will go to overtime, and we'll be back right after this. Well, if you're just joining us, this one has been a great one. We've got overtime action now, folks. And so off the tip, it's Boston. So the overtime period is now ticking away. Should be fun. All fueled up and ready to go to overtime basketball here, brought to us by Gatorade. Let's check out who's on the floor. So on the floor for Denver, Chandler at small forward with Millsap the 4. Murray out there with Will Barton. And it's Jokic in at the 5. They get the rebound. 3 seconds left. 3 seconds left. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. It's going to be on Jamal Murray.
Kyrie does a great job of using the shot fake. Really sells it that time and then goes straight at contact.
Both free throws good for Irving. The Nuggets trail. Outside Millsap. Now here's Murray. Covered by Irving. Murray dishes to Millsap. The kick out to Barton. Barton missing again.
You know what, though? Sometimes you can be too open. I think it may have surprised him, and that's why he missed.
And it's Irving missing. And for the Nuggets, they're shooting in this game 45%. And Chandler, here we go. Good work defensively by Monroe.
I know it's physically impossible, but he's got to be kicking himself. He knows he's got to make those.
Irving kicks to Brown. Picked by Horford. Back to Irving. The shot's good. Brown making the play. Irving's got 46 points.
Having a lot of trouble stopping the three-point shot.
Barton passes to Murray. Millsap dishes to Murray. 5 to shoot. Here's Millsap. It doesn't go for him. Good work defensively by Monroe. And out of bounds as the Nuggets gain possession. Around 2 minutes into overtime now. It's been a good one. Back to Barton. And there's the pass to Jokic. Outside for Millsap. Back to Chandler. Second chance shot. And it's sent back by Horford. And they're able to recover. And there's Chandler. That's good on the assist by Jokic. Chandler's got 20.
Jokic always with the heads-up display there, looking attentive and a fantastic job of finding the open man.
And there's the call. It's going to be an illegal screen.
Well, time and score, you just can't have a costly error right now at this point in the game, guys.
Just under 2.5 minutes passed here in this overtime. Chandler a screen. Jokic with a screen on Brown. And that one's good. Barton.
Nice work from Will Barton that time. What a big bucket from a big-time player.
Down low, Jokic with the steal. Here's Murray. Denver gets it back. Barton kicks to Millsap. Well-timed pass, and he goes straight to the bucket for the layup. And the Nuggets lead by 2.
Man, once Millsap gets the ball in his hands, everyone in the building knowing he was going to take and make that shot.
On the wing, Irving. He's covered by Murray. Will it go? Rebound by the Nuggets. 17 points was their biggest margin. Now the dish to Barton. Outside for Millsap. Passes to Jokic. Over Monroe. Tries again. Chandler outside. Oh, he blocked it and deflects off the backboard. Brown the pass to Horford. And it's sent back by Millsap. Here's the break. Here's Murray. Trying to break that ice-cold streak. And he'll shoot free throws here. Clearly fouled on that shot that time. The whistle blowing. And Boston called for the foul.
Gentlemen, 2 shots. 2 shots.
And he misses the first one. Boy, he wanted that one to fall. And the second of 2 is good. That makes it a 3-point lead. Boston's gone 1 of 2 so far in their 3-point attempts in overtime. Outside Irving. It's good. And that shot brings them to within just 1.
And you got to admire Irving in these situations. Doesn't let pressure overwhelm him. In fact, he embraces it.
Now here's Millsap. Chandler dishes to Murray. Back to Chandler. Kicks it to Millsap. 6 on the shot clock. 3-pointer. And Horford pulls it down. This could be a turning point.
Critical possession right here.
Chandler with the steal. 5-second differential between the shot clock and the game clock. Here's Barton. He can't hit that time. Good work defensively by Horford. Now a timeout called by Boston. They trail by 1. There's 21 seconds left to play in OT, and this battle continuing. Guys, what do you think?
And really no need to rush. Still plenty of time to get a good look.
Challenge is to get that good look, preferably the guy with the hottest hand.
Brown wide open. He fires. Misses the tray. Here's Chandler. Count it. Time called here. The Celtics decide to talk it over. They're trailing by 3. 8 seconds left in overtime. What's your take, guys?
You know, you'd love to be able to clear space and get that triple, but you can also do the 2 with a quick foul.
Well, it really depends on what's available, so we'll see how the defense lines up here.
Irving kicks to Monroe. Hayward from outside. No good from 3-point territory. Here's Barton. And so it's Denver who comes out on top here. And they had some nervous moments down the stretch, but things finally came together for him in overtime.
Yeah, probably didn't anticipate that this one would be that close down the wire, but give them credit. They were able to regroup in that overtime, and this win has to feel satisfying.
And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thank you, Kevin. Mason, your game has expanded some. And what has that process been like?
You know, you just learn something new every game. You have to study your opponent and see what's going to be open. But some of the constants have to be rebounding, defense, bringing energy in, and that's always going to get you a little bit.
Well, you had the whole package tonight, Mason. Thanks. Kevin, back to you.
David, thank you as always. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Brent Barry, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.